Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be purchasing, unboxing, and reviewing celebrity skincare, but specifically celebrity skincare sunscreens, which is, in my opinion, the very best thing that has come out of the fact that there are so many celebrity skincare lines nowadays. It seems like every other day someone is launching a new celebrity skincare brand. But I think it's fantastic that celebrities are using their celebrity status to really open up the conversation about sunscreen and being inclusive.
Black people, PSA, we need SPF.
You gotta get an SPF.
And introducing the importance of sunscreen to a lot of people who would not normally be using it. The fact that they're incorporating it into their moisturizers and they're using their celebrity status to really talk about the importance of sun protection in all skin types is fantastic.
You want to be generous with your sunscreen. This is what's going to protect you. This is what's going to keep you youthful.
And specifically the fact that those with skin of color should be wearing sunscreen on an everyday basis. So let's check these out. Are they any good? Are they just a cash grab? Are they better than the over-the-counter sunscreens? Are they worth the often very hefty price tag? Now, most of these I went to the store and I purchased. Some of them I had to actually get online. One of them was sent to me in a PR package. I am pretty sure it's the last time I will ever receive a PR package because, guys, this review is so honest. We are going to be giving you the nitty-gritty on each of these sunscreens and whether or not I think they are worth their hefty price tag, and a lot of them are a hard pass. So just like all of my other reviews, I'm going to hold these sunscreens to the same standards. We're going to go through my same 5-point rating system. All right, so first up is the Humanrace brand by Pharrell. Let's go through their very newest launch, which is the Ozone Phase Protection Daily Moisturizer SPF 30. This is a mineral sunscreen with broad spectrum coverage. 15% zinc oxide is the UV filter here. And it also has additional ingredients in there that are really nice and nourishing. So this is a vegan and cruelty-free and fragrance-free brand, and I'm always going to start with the positives. I think it's great that this is a 2-in-1 product, meaning it is both a moisturizer and a sunscreen. You guys know I love simplicity, so anything I can do to actually simplify my skincare routine or my patient's skincare routine, I'm all about it. I also love that they did the additional UVA testing. So the PA++++ shows you that it has really good UVA protection. UVA is super important when it comes to things like hyperpigmentation, melasma, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is the dark marks that follow acne, and super important for minimizing the visible signs of aging, the fine lines and the wrinkles. So we love that. The added addition of the squalane, the glycerin, and the snow mushroom are really nice hydrating and moisturizing ingredients, and I also love that there is aloe extract in here as well. The sunscreen also touts having blue light protection, which is really important when you have hyperpigmentation. So we love all of those things. However, one of the biggest things that they talk about is that there is no white cast. They have it here on the website. They have it on their marketing on Instagram. They're showing videos of people with skin of color applying the sunscreen and it leaving no white cast.
You better not leave a white cast.
So I'm entering the image here of me applying the facial moisturizing sunscreen, and it leaves quite the cast. There's no denying it. So that was one pump. And truthfully, the right amount of pumps to actually get to the required SPF of 30 would be about 3 pumps for my face, neck, and ears. This was just one pump that you were looking at, and I couldn't get rid of the cast. I even went away, came back for 10 minutes, still couldn't get away from the cast. Decided to go outside in natural light. I was actually taking my kids swimming, and that's still the cast 30 minutes later. So I'm not so excited about the fact that the marketing seems to say no white cast. A bit disappointing, to say the least. All right, so now let's talk about the feel of the product. I actually felt that both the face and the body sunscreen, which is being shown here, were both very much moisturizing. They have this lotion kind of vehicle, and it leaves a semi-matte to kind of semi-dewy finish, which I like. However, this cast is just super unbearable. The next thing that was also very hard for me to swallow was the price at $58 for 1.8 fluid ounces. in a product that you're supposed to constantly reapply, that's a bit steep. And the body is a little bit less expensive. It is 5 fluid ounces and it's $52. So still pretty steep. Now, I personally will pay a little bit more for a product if I feel that the performance matches the price tag. That was not the case here though, because there doesn't seem to be any innovation that allows that white cast to be minimized in any way. So the price, definitely not worth it in my opinion. This is just my personal experience as someone with a more melanin-rich tone. Perhaps someone lighter than me would not have this experience, but I can't imagine that Pharrell himself doesn't have a cast when using this sunscreen. Now, as far as accessibility, I thought it was pretty easy to obtain. I was able to easily go online and order it. It arrived at my house within a week. I also did receive this in PR packaging, but I think that Amazon's kind of changed the game when it comes to like online ordering. We all just kind of got used to ordering online, and I definitely don't think this is going to be sold out. I think it's going to be available online because unless they fix that cast, I don't think people are going to be running to spend this kind of money on sunscreen, celebrity or not. The sun protection factors are good. I actually really enjoyed the texture and the feel of the product. They completely lost me with that hard pass from the white cast, and then the price is pretty steep for an everyday, several day application product. But they do get some extra credit for the additional ingredients in there that help to work synergistically with sunscreen, making it a 2-in-1 moisturizer. So my overall rating for this product is a 3 out of 5. Alright guys, next up is for sure my most highly requested video, which is for me to please review Fenty Skin. I have it and I am finally reviewing it for you guys. You guys know I have sensitive eczema prone skin and my face cannot tolerate fragrance. My body does pretty well with fragrance, but most of my eczematous patches and flare-ups happen on my face. So I was so excited to see that they had released a fragrance-free version. Now, this one is a chemical sunscreen. You guys know my preference is mineral sunscreen, but so many of my patients love chemical sunscreens. In fact, a lot of my patients actually use this particular sunscreen. So let's go through it. The Hydra Visor Invisible Moisturizing Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen with Niacinamide and Kalahari Melon. Whew, that is quite the mouthful. It has avobenzone, octosalate, and homosalate. Now, the avobenzone is giving you your UVA protection. That's fighting against the visible signs of aging and hyperpigmentation for the most part. It's also what penetrates through the windows. And then for your UVB protection, you have the octosalate and the homosalate. These are going to be basically what makes up that SPF number, right? So it's an SPF of 30. This basically just means how much longer you can stay out into the sun without getting a burn on your skin, and compared to if you weren't wearing sunscreen at all. So this is good for everyday use. It's certainly not strong enough for like a beach activity, but very good for just your everyday sunscreen protection. Now the price on this one is, again, a little bit steep, but not quite as steep as what we just saw with Humanrace. It's $38 for the first one, and the refills are $34. Again, this is pretty pricey for a sunscreen, but it is a 2-in-1, so it's both your moisturizer and your sunscreen. So let's jump into some of the additional ingredients added into the sunscreen. You have antioxidants like the Kalahari Melon. You have humectants like hyaluronic acid and glycerin. You've got soothing ingredients in here like aloe. You have a very super duper gentle exfoliant, which is gluconolactone. It's also PHA. You guys have heard me talk about that before. You've got one of my all-time favorite ingredients, which is niacinamide. Now, this can help with minimizing your pores, evening out your skin tone, and helping to strengthen your skin barrier. So really love when niacinamide is placed into the sunscreen. It kind of eliminates the need to use a separate niacinamide serum. And then there's also some other skin conditioning and skin soothing ingredients in here that can just help with boosting the efficacy of the sunscreen and help to stabilize the sunscreen. Overall, I really love the application of this sunscreen. It's very lightweight. It's like a gel. You get a very nice dewy finish. So if you are someone who wears makeup, I think you will very much enjoy this one because it almost sets like a primer before you put your makeup on and just makes everything go on flawlessly. And then as you see here, there's absolutely no white cast. It goes on flawlessly. That's not surprising because they are using chemical filters here for the protection. Chemical sunscreens are so much easier to formulate in an elegant way that leave behind no white cast. So I'm super happy that this is now something I can easily recommend for my patients because of the fact that there's now a fragrance-free option, and it has beautiful synergistic other ingredients in here. Now in regards to accessibility, it's pretty easy to obtain Fenty Skin. I'm shopping here at Sephora for Fenty Skin, and then you can also get it online. I actually did obtain the fragrance-free version from online, but it's not sold out. It's something that you can easily purchase. It should be in your house in the next couple of days. So it definitely gets a point as far as I love the fact that you can either get it in store or online. So I'm giving the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor that is fragrance free a 5 out of 5. Yes, it is a little bit pricier, but it is worth it in my opinion because it truly is a 2-in-1 moisturizer and a sunscreen. So you're replacing two products there. You've got a lot of really good additives and synergistic ingredients in there. It's doing more than just protecting your skin. It's also working to even out your skin tone, providing antioxidants, and it looks really good, guys. Next up, we have JLO Beauty at that big screen. This one is SPF of 30, and it's fragrance-free and cruelty-free. Price point of $54 for 1.7 ounces. So again, pretty steep. We're back up there with the Humanrace price. And it is a hybrid, so it's both a chemical sunscreen as well as a mineral sunscreen. So let's jump into these filters. We have a filter of homosalate 15%, octosalate 5%, and a zinc oxide of 3%. So this is offering pretty good UVB protection, right? Remember, UVB is what's making up that SPF 30. Those are decent filters. I am really surprised to see that they don't have the avobenzone in here because that's what gives the UVA protection, and it's pretty much one of the best filters we have down here as far as a chemical filter for UVA protection in the United States. So the zinc oxide is pretty much what's giving most of the UVA protection here, and it's at 3%. So I'm not feeling overly confident that my hyperpigmentation and my visible signs of aging are going to be super protected here. So yeah, let's talk about the positives. So I love the feel of this particular product. It is super hydrating, goes on like a really nice lotion, leaves no visible white cast behind. Again, not a surprise because it does have the chemical filters in there, and the zinc oxide is at such a very low concentration. This is a very accessible product because you can buy it online as well as in stores. So it does have hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid and glycerin, right? Those are your humectants, your water magnets, pulling things in. I think it's what gives this such a beautiful actual texture and feel. It's very moisturizing when you put it on. It also has licorice root extract. So this is amazing for being brightening to the skin. It helps to even out your skin tone. It's also very soothing. So I love that they added the licorice root extract in there. They definitely get extra credit for that. And then there is marine bamboo in here, which they're stating offers additional blue light protection. Again, super important for anyone with hyperpigmentation, especially if you are of a deeper, richer skin tone. Now, being the nerd that I am and also wanting to provide you guys with the most accurate and up-to-date information, I did do a pretty deep dive trying to find the research studies to back up that claim. I couldn't find it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I personally did not find that one. But overall, I give this one a rating of 3 of 5. It did lose a point for me as far as price. I don't see anything in here that actually renders a price that's so expensive for a basic chemical and very low zinc oxide sunscreen. It also lost a point for me as far as UVA protection. I didn't feel that it offered a lot of UVA protection, which is extremely important to me, as one of the main things I am trying to prevent is hyperpigmentation. I just didn't feel like I had a lot of extra protection in that regard. All right, friends, moving on to 11 by Venus Williams. This is a newer launch. You guys have already heard me review the Unrivaled Sun Serum, which I liked very much so. Didn't like the price point, but loved the serum itself. And now they have a new one. This is the Game Set Match Body Lotion SPF 50. This I actually purchased because I was looking for a new sunscreen for my son, who just started playing tennis, and he's 5 now, so he is not down with any type of white cast. They're at that age where people ask questions, and so I was really looking for something that would be mineral but leave him without a cast. And because I had so much success with the sun serum, I thought, well, for sure this one should work out. And kind of. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the price of this one here, the Game Set Match Body Lotion SPF 50, is $38 for 3.17 fluid ounces. It has a zinc oxide of 9.5%. It is water and sweat resistant, so really good for if you're going to be outside playing sports. And it does have the inactive ingredient of iron oxide. I was so happy when I saw this on the website because remember, iron oxides offer that additional visible light protection, and you don't always find them in sunscreens. So I was happy to see that here. The bonus was that it had some soothing ingredients in here. So again, that's also very good, especially if you're going to be using this on children. And the one thing that I wish I would have digged slightly deeper into was the citrus extracts. Now, this is not a problem for a lot of people, but if you have really sensitive skin, you may potentially develop an irritation because it can be a skin sensitizer. So the feel of this product is beautiful. It goes on like a nice lotion. It's super lightweight. Unfortunately, it does leave a little bit more of a cast than I would expect on a product of this price point. It's minimal and it's doable. We're all still wearing it in the family very comfortably. But if you have a little bit of a deeper hue than our family, you may not necessarily love this one. And for the price point, I was really hoping that it was going to match in performance in the same way that their other products have. So overall, I give this one a 4 out of 5. I think that it's got really great sun protection. I can deal with the white cast. It definitely isn't preventing me from using the sunscreen. I think that the feel is incredible on the product. I like that they added the additional bonus of the iron oxides in there for visible light protection and the other soothing ingredients. But the price is pretty steep, and at that price, I would really hope that I don't see a cast. But overall, I think that really good things have come out of celebrities talking and marketing sunscreens. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see next. And until next time, guys, be well.